the best mage that we have right now in the metagame, just because it allows for you to be snowbally in the laning stage or get the turtle so easily. And even in the latter portions, because of the Sky Piercer, can actually back up a punch, can actually impact the team fights. Seems like there will be a little bit of a change.
I mean, like, here's the thing, Wolf. I don't know about you, but I love Jushin, man. Any reason to pick it up, I'll pick it up. Because Jushin is one of those heroes that's really not selfish. Right? She will always help people out. And if attention gets on her, she can protect herself.
She's literally like...
She don't need no man.
She's literally like the most tanky mage we have in the meta.
Yes!
Kind of ridiculous how the design of it made her like impossible to deal with at times, but I feel at the bare minimum, this might be a mistake. I think that right now, holding on to just Freya alongside with the Jushin, there has to be some kind of leeway here. There needs to be some kind of give and take.
I gotta say, sometimes I feel like she's as tanky as a Grok. Which, a big wall of a castle, and a girl that doesn't even wear shoes. Make it make sense. Floating around.
With butterflies, you know. What I feel like, what makes...
Yep, there you go, I agree. Yeah.
Jushin really strong is that...
You guys love Jushin too, right? Yeah, see? Everyone loves Jushin.
Of course, of course. I lost my favorite thought. But yeah, Jushin is a hero that actually activates most of the junglers, even when they're assassin junglers. Obviously, Fredrin with the Jushin or any utility jungler with the Jushin is already pretty good. But if you play the assassin, just because of your mid lane prio, how strongly you can affect the mid lane when it comes to the laning stage, that makes Jushin really a big threat when it comes to... It's really a first pick worthy hero.
Honestly, it's very interesting where Munta tried to adjust her, thinking like, okay, now we'll see something. He was like, no, you kind of made it stronger.
Yep. It's really difficult to balance this hero, right? Because again, it has such a unique mechanic that outranges literally everybody at level 1, and there's nothing you can do about it, you know? With the only exception being Kimmy, but that's only when her passive is up and you can zone her off the wave anyways.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want Munta to adjust her that much.
But there's so many nerfs to Jushin, but still first pick worthy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Cho. The kit is always going to be relevant.
The kid is always so good.
Yeah. I think Cho and Claude, they're both like M-series heroes, you know?
Yeah.
Shiny as well.
No, here's the thing. I really have this theory. There are certain heroes, no matter what, you can one-trick them. Like Cho is the best example. Even if the damage Cho is bad, you have tank. If tank Cho is bad, you go damage. And if either is bad, your kick is going to be so good, it doesn't matter.
Cho is a type of hero where you can have a 10-month drought in a year, and then come the M-series, it will still be a success. It will still be a priority pick, you know?
That's why he has a lot of skins.
It's so good. It's so... I wouldn't be too surprised if there was like a subreddit r/Way of the Dragon just for Cho. It makes so much sense.
Yep, there you go. We have
talked about both of these heroes, the first Jushin and then the Grok.
Grok into Leomord. They banned out the Freya at the very least, so still respect there from Rora.
Okay, so how do you answer this, Alter Ego? You don't necessarily want to go for the Claude immediately because there's the Grok. I think you also can take away Harith. At the same time, though, that will be not a good hero for you. So this is super duper interesting for Alter Ego because now we can see how they will now manage to counter the Leomord. Previously, they went in for the Claude, then eventually the Suyo.
Yep.
However, because they already showed that before, Aurora might be prepared against that.
What if they went...
I think they... Okay, so...
Ooh.
Speaking of Cho, by the way.
Cho?
Most of the heroes we talk about is here.
Well, I was expecting the Cho. I wasn't so sure about the user. I was thinking more along the lines of Sora first to kind of keep things open, but this is a very direct way to play the comp.
I think the Farsa will be picked up here by Aurora, but then again, Harith is also available. I think just between those two heroes will be the third pick here for Aurora. I think the Farsa is a much better pickup, though.
I mean, like, here's the thing. This is why I feel like Alter Ego, they're lying by being honest. Because, again, look at that draft. They're like, okay, we kind of know where everything is going, but at the same time, you're like, wait, where is this going?
Yeah. Well, what we do know is that Aurora is going into that funnel direction. This Farsa and the Grok, a worthy adversary to what Cho Jushin mid lane. I think that matchup is so even. I mean, of course, the first wave literally favors the Farsa and the Grok because of the wall and third round part, but from then on, this mid lane battle is probably one of the strongest mid lane battles we'll ever get to see.
No, I appreciate this duo, you know. Jushin and Farrock are amazing.
Roxa.
Groxa.
I like that. I like that a lot better.
I kind of like Farrock.
Farrock, yeah.
Because you can create
Far
a skin.
shot.
Far shot. Nah, but like Rock, you know, like
Yeah.
imagine Farsa with the guitar and Grok with drums.
I like that. I like that.
That's a skin idea.
That's a skin idea.
Yeah, that's
You know, rock out.
Make it happen.
That's the duo that's going to be rocking my world in
Oh.
just a little bit. Uranus ban for the side of AE, I think this is to
Right.
be expected. Do they want to double down with an Esme on top of it, or do they want to diversify?
I think the Esmeralda just is such a good band because they will not have enough for that. They only have the Cho and the Jushin. There are a few heroes that can actually survive this mid lane duo, and Esmeralda is definitely one of those heroes. I think it's a worthy ban. At the same time, there was a time where the Glue and the Farsa was used to counter the Yuzhong. Even someone like Sanford, who mains the Yuzhong, will not survive that kind of lane. So Glue and Esmeralda might be the choices here for Zephyr when it comes to the ban.
Yep. So right now for Aurora, they already banned out the Guinevere. What other jungler are they looking out for? It looks like they want to take away the Esmeralda, so there's a good chance.
They want a Lapu, I feel like.
Yeah.
And Harith, obviously. I think this is a fourth pick Harith for Aurora. And now if you're Zephyr, you're going to be thinking about, do I ban Harith or do I focus on the Edward hero? I believe that banning out Dominkite might be better because you can really never have enough bans against Edward.
Do you feel like Aurora will go Claude?
Oh, man.
I think Aurora will go Harith.
All right.
I think most comfortable, they go Harith. Worst comes to worst, they go Granger, right?
Yes. It's not even, I wouldn't say, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the Harith ban. Well done, Zephyr. But then you're left with Granger still for Aurora. Oh.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like Granger used to have the Claude, so it's like still good, you know?
Yeah, it's still good no matter what, but at the end of the day, you know that the Cho on the other side, you have to take the Purify, which does hurt the odds in the lane when you end up fighting and go for the all-in, considering how often we see both teams kind of rotate to the opposite sides of the map.
Yeah. Okay, like oh, they still went Claude. Well done. But they steal it away, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, because I kind of feel like the whole theme of M7 as well is just to make sure that you win lane.
Yeah.
And again, Claude has a favorable lane against most matchup.
Exactly.
Now that the Freya is not there, even against a Granger,
Yeah.
it's still going to be
I
fine.
really like it. Now, I think you're left with that.
Did they go
Harith
Yisun
of-
Shin?
Yisun Shin against Farsa, Grok, and Leomord. That might be
Yeah,
bad
very
for
hard,
Ultra
yeah.
Ego. And I think they will just go Suyo, honestly. Suyo, Granger. Just run it back.
Run it back, but it's going to cost them
There
a
you
little
go.
bit. It's a good call by Wolf, but at the same time, the damage profile doesn't really...
Yeah.
It's a lot more manageable for the side of Aurora. Antiques come through, and some dumb ices, it's
Yeah.
going to be a tough game.
Now Glue Glue is just perfect, I would say, for Aurora. Patrick, with this kind of composition, that's gonna really tear up Alter Ego apart. But then the safest option is the Lapu-Lapu. You can always just go back to that.
I think there is an opportunity to go above and beyond and play Arlet because there's a lot of enablers for the side of Aurora, and you need somebody who actually can force out not only Purifies, but shove Jushin back into the fight.
This is a bit off, but I kind of feel like I kind of hope there's no more skins for the Glue, so that can be the ultimate skin that he has.
Aurora.
And now Aurora, they finish it up with the Sora. Again, a lot of crowd control, and when you do need it, you can go for more damage. What do you think about the side lane matchups here, Wolf?
Pretty even, but nah, I think it's Sora-sided. Yeah, I would go for Aurora, actually. After a few seconds of thinking, yeah, this is Aurora.
I think it really depends on who's going to get that first blood. If Nino wins out his lane, I think this is going to be a very interesting mid-game.
I mean, like, again, this is all about momentum. Whoever has, I would say, the good 5 minutes of the game can really start to control the tempo. So now, ladies and gentlemen, the drafts has been done. We're jumping into Broken Walls for game number 2 of this grand finals. Now we're going to give it back to Leo, Trex, and Mirko.
Select adjustments coming in from these two teams going into game number 2. Will Alter Egos changes spell a different result, or will Aurora continue to push forth?
I like it at this point. I mean, here's my big problem coming from Aurora. Coming from Aurora for AE. The Sora right now, I think, was the winning piece of this draft in my mind. I think it's something that it's gotten overlooked in the last game, and right now coming in, it's going to be something that can jump into the back line, can do damage to Arfi, can get onto Hijume, and can also be a nice, bulky frontliner for Aurora Gaming PH.
Is the best way to win a draft from the red side, using red 5 this well.
Yeah, it's really, really good by Aurora Gaming Philippines there, but I think for Alter Ego, they built a very, very good core foundation for those neutral objective takes. The Yuzong with the Suyo, it seems to be the answer against the Leomord right now. SRG played it, got a really good game against Alter Ego.
It's one of the few key wins on the hero that has almost been forgotten since last year's World Championships. Also, the reason why this is such a comfortable Suyo game for Yasuke is there's only really one painful source of magic damage, and that's Yue. And this lineup, I'd say, is built to hunt down Yue. Nino on the Yuzhong, even Alec can, get pokey and kick him right out of the skies.
Yeah, but getting the Grok and then getting the Leomord is something that's going to be able to stop that. It's something that's going to be a big problem for Alter Ego. And last game, Yasuke also had a nice hunting hero, but he wasn't able to find the angles. So this time, a lot of it's going to come down to can he finally get past Aurora Gaming to those heroes.
Turtle spawning in the lower corner of the map. You'll see that the Claude will try to push fast, clear it, get double waves, and then join the fight.
After a long time of not seeing Suyo, well, hold on, Demoncat gets completely zoned. This is a Turtle 1 take for free for Alter Ego, unless Edward gets kind of petrified. Now it's going to be Alec on the way to Dragon, but it's going to be Edward who's still able to go for the CC immune just a bit. Now taking very low, flickers out of safety as Hijume can't get quite close enough.
Frederick, you were saying?
I was saying, the Suyo, it's so rarely picked up that a lot of teams going up against it would just not be prepared for it, but it seems like for Aurora Gaming Philippines, they know how fast a Suyo can go, and that's why Yue, Edward, Domeng, they're playing it so safe.
But can they stop it from its speed? We're already seeing a first turtle go into Alter Ego. This might not be a composition that Aurora Gaming wants to take the super slow route to. At some point, they do need to try to fight it out.
And I think that's dictated by their jungler. You kind of want to snowball, not as fast as you would like a true assassin, but with a Leomord, you kind of want to get the most out of that power spike you get when you have your War Axe and then your Brute Force. From there, you kind of feel unstoppable. I know I did this morning. They're trying to jump on Edward. I think Nino knew that Yue was hiding in there.
Something was fishy about that.
Again, you don't see it. That means you see it.
Taking a look at the items right now. Arfi looking for Hunter Strike or an impossible early Sky Piercer. He's going to go straight to Sky Piercer,
He's going to skip it.
Did that yesterday as well. He likes to go for that Sky Piercer up front, but wing!
Great reaction from Hijume, but it's a bit late now. Has to burn the Flicker. So it's light with the Flicker and also Hijume.
Both teams really just testing the waters right now. No big full commit engages, but seeing what the other team is going to do.
His limit testing, and now Arfi, Hijo de Oro, finds that early Sky Piercer. Now it's up to Alter Ego to ride that wave.
No red tree, and Yuzuki didn't even get it there, the green camp. So this is info for Demon Kai to utilize.
So last time that we saw Arfi go for this early Sky Piercer, there was a quick gank up to the gold lane. I mean, either after this turtle or maybe even give up the turtle and go for it, but it's all about trying to get Arfi these stacks as soon as possible.
Time's a ticking. We'll see if that kind of rotation will be play for Alter Ego. But what is clear is they want this second turtle. Massive presence from El Familia here. Aurora Gaming want to contest.
Edward jumping in. Hijume no Flicker. Going to be brought back into the better airstrike now. Hijume taking very low. Plays a new way from Domeng.
And back to the Lord. Edward doesn't find the kill, but Demon Kai finds Nino.
It's an all-out win for Aurora Gaming Philippines. Yue trying to go for stun onto Arfi now. 3-0, and even a turtle taken by Aurora.
Say what you will about Aurora's draft, it being very ult dependent and timing reliant. They found the perfect timing. They used every single ult that mattered to take down 3 members of AE and the second turtle too. That's one of the major problems I have with the Suyo. When the hero was big, this was still one of the major problems. Is there's too many dudes in there. And look at this major cut.
Oh, Dragon, good sidestep by Demon, kind of ganking the bottom lane. Nino gonna be dove on now as the turret jungle, and Edward takes to the skies to pick up a killing spree.
Aurora Gaming giving Alter Ego the Alter Ego treatment right now.
Right, caught on the way to Dragon now. They're gonna give over a stack to Arfi. So they get something on the map, but Aurora get more value.
It's a good trade for the Northern Lights. An XP laner and a turret for a lone roamer. It's very rare that El Padre Nino gets told what to do. That's just not how it works. Even when they're losing, he's usually the one who wins the lane, who tries to gain back parts of the map. But here, that's a non-starter. Aurora Gaming are dictating the pace, and how unfortunate is it in that same side of the map that the final turtle will spawn.
Another big problem, Yasuke already taking this death, right? And even when Suyo was meta, it wasn't a hero that you wanted to die this early on. It wasn't a hero that you wanted to lose turtles on. And now that that's happened in the current meta, I'm wondering how far back is Yasuke as of now?
We'll see in the items. We'll check in just a bit. The final turtle will be spawning about 50 seconds. Big fight starts!
All in, you blink and you miss it. Arfi disintegrated. Now they're just trying to go for the defense. Petrify onto Wars. Dome, Nino going at it over. Gets the knock up as well. Nino on the back now doing more damage as Demon Cat goes in with a steed and runs through Nino.
2 members down on the side of Alter Ego Esports. A huge gank from Aurora Gaming, sending Arfi back to the base.
El Familia is getting crumbs. Alms. Yasuke is starving. All that upstairs for a turtle. The math doesn't check out. Edward spots Hijime here. Goes into thunder form.
Goes in onto Hijime. Forcing a flick. Edward! With a flicker himself. Now Arfi trying to go for the damage, but it's Yue! With the shot. Arfi getting barriered away now. Low gets smacked by Light.
There is no escape right now from Aurora Gaming Philippines. Alec does jump in though.
What a peel there, tectonic charge, and the blazing duet from Domeng! Nino taking very low, so able to sustain for some bit. Domeng goes back in, Nino still there, Kudo and Yasuke now, going out of the that's his host.
Alec is trying to get away from it. He doesn't want to let it happen. Yasuke
Weller canceled, now the blade surge backward, feather airstrike coming down, and they zone Alter Ego from the purple buff.
Command a play that happened off screen that made the tail end of that sequence immaculate for Aurora Gaming PH. Demon Cat used the Phantom Steed just to get there.
Yep.
So again, the map awareness and communications on Aurora Gaming side is on another level. Yesterday, last night, back to back, 2 teams that are so good at fighting, so good at macro. SRG and Liquid did not play this way.
Nope, they did not. And the mechanical awareness on top of that, Leo. Light canceled out the dive from Nino, which would have been a sure kill.
You know, at this point, we just saw the gold spread. Overall, the 2,000 gold lead is pretty divided between 5 members of Aurora Gaming. Alter Ego still not completely out of this, but if it continues on this track, it's going to be tough for them. Whoa!
Go Hijime back, feather airstrike, so much thrown at Hijime, and he can't handle it. Neither can Nino. He has to use the Black Dragon form defensively.
This was the MO for SRG last night. That one game they won, and that game 4, where it seemed like they were going to equalize, they attacked the heart of Alter Ego's lineup. They attacked Hijime, denied him the game, denied him from playing. But here, it's all the more evident. The Zushin's short to mid-range utility isn't accessible at this time. Lord for free going over to Aurora.
You know, looking at the back at the draft. Yasuke.
No blade surge. Edward jumps in and kills him.
Edward on a tanky Sora, still packing such a huge punch. I think he could 1v1 just about anybody on Alter Ego Esports right now.
Mirko, tricks. I've never seen Edward this driven. He plays the same game as he did with the Lapu Lapu, 6-1 and 4.
Oh, wait.
He found the angle.
This is nasty.
Mirko, you know how Light does this.
The tech charge, now Edward with a pullback on Arfi. And he gets the killing spree, but Edward gets shut down. You were to stun over on Hijime.
2 members for the price of Edward, plus huge amounts of space right before the Lord meets the base.
No matter what team Light plays for, RSG, TNC, Warcaster Force, Bigitron,
XBT.
And now Aurora, he's the same high IQ player, finds that massive tech charge. Holy Shield up top, pop. Alter Ego looking to protect the real estate. Bottom lane is gonna pop as well. 5K up Aurora Gaming.
You know what I was saying was, I feel like that first phase of drafting, the Jushin was not worth giving over the Grok and the Leomord. I think you take the Grok, you take the Leomord, you give over the Jushin to the other one, and you still get the Barza. Anything. I think Alter Ego, not just in the gameplay, but also the draft, they are getting outmaneuvered right now, and there needs to be an answer soon.
Man, whether airstrike over on RP, doesn't have flicker. And now it's gonna be the barrier coming down again. It's Edward. Go into the skies, trying to go for a slam. Yazuke in the bottom lane. Just really trying to go for a trick, but the waves aren't crashing in just yet.
Yazuke looking for some bottom lane play. Anything, and this is what Yazuke always does well. Even when they're losing, he looks for playing the map. He steals away buffs, he finds towers. He's able to play the map a bit, and it's gonna staunch the bleeding slightly, right? It's a small band-aid on a big flesh wound.
And that flesh wound is ringing to the tune of 5,000 gold up. Half a minute till the Lord spawns upper quarter. Alter Ego Esports can only pray and hope to get lucky to contest, because the map doesn't belong to them at all. Demon Kite can willy-nilly rough shot, just hit the Phantom Steed, and what, 10 seconds later, be the same kind of threat. Alter Ego Esports, I'll say now, one of their possible win conditions, their outs here, is to get a pick off on Yue. That's the start.
Yeah, Alex got to make a big play, some sort of big kick, but the thing is his light is outmaneuvering him time and time again. Nino can't even go in with a big black dragon and look for these big petrifies, because Domain just shreds him down.
Oh, Alec.
Not a bad spot.
Waits too aggressive. Edward didn't want to go for the flicker just yet, but the airstrike coming down over Alec as Yazuke gets pulled back, but is able to blade surge out of there. And now it's Rora knocking on Alter Ego's base.
Lord's gonna spawn in about 20 seconds. Hijume still unable to find his footing. He's miserable in a situation like this. He can't clear waves as effectively as Yue, and he's on the back foot. How does this national champion throw back to his days in Bali, 2022, the prime of his career? How do they close this 7,000 gold gap? Not inside the base, I'll tell you now. It's got to come from somewhere else.
Already a winner crowned for Domain Kite at this point, which means he can be even more aggressive on this big advance. Demon Kite now starting off for the Rose Gold, making him be able to be even more aggressive. They are preparing for this attack like they're trying to end it here.
That is the Lord up top. That and
being out from Hijume, light just fainted. He went reacted, he flinched. Two base turrets on the sides. That's the worst combo you could find. And again, it's what LaFell said. Farok, Broxa, that combo, brother, is too much.
I'm partial to Farok. And there's the Farsa starting it up. Phantom Steed from Demon Kite. Turn in mid, about to go down.
Edward, oh my god, Light jumps in again! Tech charge! Now Hijume taking low, they're still able to go for it. Nino with the Furious down in the pressure fight, but he won't be able to lock them down for long. A cannon in the mid lane as Edward dives in with a bit of crown. Yasuke clears out the cannon in, but they have another wave.
RP with a couple of free shots and down. Not yet, Edward able to just get away again.
He's ticking down! Hijume able to get a shutdown. Demon count on the horse again. Jumps on Yasuke for bang! Hijume gets away with the Crimson Beak and Doming's on the base. They can't just end it right here as Nino jumps in, but Yue!
RP keeps on kiting back and forth. He's able to push him away with a couple more shots.
El Familia stands, still breathing. A 10th left on the base, refusing to go down.
Edward got some kind of plot armor, brother. After losing M4, now in the same arena. Something's clicking.
At this point, I mean, I couldn't even see his health bar at that point.
Yeah.
And the Shaw residue was on him. There was no reason for him to be able to walk out of that alive right now. He's got the Jakarta energy right now. It's in favor.
You saw his soul almost leave his body, but his body pulled him right back. He's like, no, I ain't dying here. Not today.
He was burning. There was a little bit of a sting there from Hijume, but he refused to go down. The map is going to correct itself given the moment of melancholy for Alter Ego. They get to get out of their base for the first time in a while. They get to push out, but with all of their base turrets taken out, where do they find a play? I'll tell you now, it's got to come from Nino somewhere, somehow. He's the only real easy way in.
They got to go back-to-back. It can't just be Nino, because Nino, he can bait out the Purify, but then what, right? You need someone else to follow up on the Purify that's used.
I hate this. This is rough. Right now. Oh,
Pops in the Crimson Beacon, it's now or never now. Light jumps in the backline, won't be able to find anything now as Ali goes for the Raiders Dragon. He says Suki is able to go for the lasers, but now Edward!
RB taken out along with Yasuke. Wait, yes.
He gets stomped to the ground, curb stomp, that's Yue. In a 1v1 against Nino as Doming goes for the BMI, and Doming! Guns Hijume down! Now it's the base next to the chopping block, and Aurora go 2-0 in the grand finals.
Blinded by the Northern Lights' surgical precision and the seemingly plot armor that keeps their players alive, Alter Ego's signature aggression quelled once more.
Momentum has been built on the side of Aurora PH. And like I said, it feels like from draft to game, they are in control. Professor X has got to go back to the drawing board. He's got to think about something because the trades just aren't feeling right.
Kay Sam Yves Wolf Nopueto mentioned this. Alter Ego will stick to their guns until it works. And I agree, this is their identity. This is not the time to dig deep and find something that works, because that's what got you to the grand final stage.
But it's all banned, that identity, it's all denied. That's the problem now. Aurora, they took those days where they were off, but it was completely different to the Edward of M4, the Blacklist of M4, who maybe went through the upper bracket finals. Again, as Oheb said, they just weren't ready for the other picks. Aurora had that experience, they used it. They had to keep on sharpening their swords.
A little food for thought. Maybe our panel can delve in deeper. Did Aurora pick up a little bit of Liquid Stampede in their gameplay going into the grand finals?
Something that I can say, man, Mr. Consistent and the Light system, man. Like, both of them did this front line. You can't go through them. You can't go through Light. You can't go through Edward. You want to go to the back line, but this two won't let that happen.
Let me tell you something, I'm so impressed with Aurora PH. Their defense is insane. Their man-to-man defense, the reactions to a lot of the moments, Light, and as well, as you've mentioned before, Mr. Consistent absolutely won't let anything get past them. These engages have been ridiculous. The tectonic charges as well. But I think the biggest flaw that we saw throughout this game was the way that they were trying to bait out resources, specifically from Hijume.
Yeah, I think it's also evident that the first turtle is the priority for both of our teams. We mentioned before the actual series started that this might be a game where it might go long, but it will only have like short games in it. Like it could be a 4-2 game, a 4-2 series, but the games will be short. It's so snowbally, and it's because of the draft. You can see that Aurora have been drafting to focus on their laning stage into the first turtle fight. And so far, with the first two games that we've seen, that has been the priority, and they were successful in accomplishing that.
Yeah, take a bit what Mirko said is that Alter Ego, they want to play their identity, but it keeps getting banned out, right? So this is where really Alter Ego needs to start going in deep. And it's also good that Aurora, being on second pick, being on red side, they were able to get winning matchups, right? Get their mid trio first, and then see what's available, pick up the Claude, and it eventually does pick up that Sora. And again, M7, the laning phase, man, is absolutely important. But for now, we're going to be looking at the MVP of the game, and looks like it's Mr. Consistent. It's Edward on that Sora, man.
No doubt about it. I think everybody can see if it was not going to be Mr. Consistent, it was going to be Light. These teams are playing out of their minds here in the grand finals. Huge engagements. But the best part about him is the fact that he's purely abusing the passive coming in from Sora. Hey, just because I've got a lot of max HP, don't mean I can't throw hands.
Casters asked the question, did they actually adapt the Liquid Stampede into their draft? I think that this is the epitome of that Stampede. I think we saw Edward just play this Sora the high-octane kind of gameplay where he's not stopping making the play. I think that really fits that kind, like this hero fits that kind of play style because of low cooldown ultimates, low cooldown skills. You can swap between your forms, and if you have the proper targets, you can actually eliminate them. You're gonna see that through the highlights. His target acquisition coming up from Edward is stellar.
It's so very good, and with the addition of Light to cover the other angles that he can't, his engagements have been absolutely nasty. And this is one of the few times, right? So many people have been saying on the internet, hey, when is Edward? He may be Mr. Consistent, but if you give him just a little bit of love, a little bit of resources.
Ooh.
He can carry this game, and you see it right here.
That tech charge. And by the way, in that last highlight of this game, you're gonna see the Sora of Edward catch and snag two of the most important heroes for Alter Ego. He's gonna get the jungler and the gold layer. Look at that. Tie them together with that cloud. Is that not an MVP-esque performance? Might be one of the best plays that we've seen all throughout the finals.
I gotta say, Gideon, like, as cool as junglers and goal laners are, man, these kind of games are the reason why I play Rome. These are the kind of games I play EXP because, dude, it's just so cool.
So much fun.
It feels good that the meta is also highlighting every different aspect of these roles. For us, at the very in our own individual roles, this is cool to watch. Rora, with their 20-5 kill score, something needs to change. And I think that EE need to recognize that they can't just simply fight for the sake of fighting against Rora. The response times are just too good.
Yeah. You can see that Aurora has good mastery of this kind of playstyle where they are good at utility junglers, and then they're also good at hybrid junglers. Like, well, technically, let's just say they're fighter junglers.
Yeah, fighters, yeah.
Isenshin, that's Leomord, as well as the Suyo. If it's Suyo eventually, I don't know if Rora will eventually play that hero, but that is like the hybrid. It's not an assassin, it's not a utility.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's not necessarily going to the back lines. It's really about accelerating your team.
Exactly.
And then when it really needs you, you go for those neutral objectives.
that's something. You can maybe say that Alpha is considered to be part of that, but it's not there. Before M7, only Isenshin can play that kind of role, the third type of jungler. But because of M7, because of the new fighter emblem, because of the new artists we have, the Chastised Pauldron, maybe this is where we can see that heroes like that can be available. That's why we can expect this Leomord to be a hero that the two teams will actually, they will try to get it, take it from each other.
Honestly, that's why I'm a little bit sad that it's only really Leomord that's viable as a fighter in the jungle. Like, yes, we got hybrids like the Isenshin, but not gonna lie, I kind of miss the days of Martis in the jungle.
Oh yeah,
right. I might even take a Balman because that dunk into taking those objectives is pretty cool. I really hope, like, for the future tournaments, we see a little bit more variation when it comes to the fighters. I kind of feel like when it comes to the assassins as well as the tanks, we kind of have a staple already.
Where can we put Guinevere in that kind of category?
I'm okay to put Guinevere if it's like a damage kind of thing. Like, she can set, but I want to see a different type of Guinevere where she kind of go in and she can, like, in a way, like, assassinate, if you get what I mean.
I totally get what you mean, but it's tough because, again, Guinevere, what's really making her good is the fact that her kit allows her to kind of get in and out of the pit specifically. But if you miss your abilities, you miss your magic thumb, you're kind of dead in the water, right? That's the big issue with her. And none of her builds really accelerated other than tank.
Aulus is getting a revamp.
Oh, it really needs revamped here.
No, here's the thing. I saw the revamp. Is it
cool?
It's very cool because you can tell what kind of skin he's gonna get.
Okay.
Like, if you see it, you think of swordsmen, you think of demons,
Swordsman and demon.
you think of slayers or hunters as well. So just trust. If I show you the new ult,
A ninja from Naruto.
no. If you see the ult, you're like, okay, you know what? I already know what skin this guy.
From SpongeBob.
No.
Oh, no.
Nice try.
I'm trying to think of the Japanese name. Kimenetsu no Yaiba.
Yep,
Yeah, there you go.
one.
There you
That
go.
is the one.
Just trust. New Aulus, low-key looks pretty cool.
I'll wait for it to come out because, again, Aulus is just one of those heroes that you're like, oh my goodness, I've committed myself to 20 minutes of the game.
No. This one is gonna be early game because the ult, like that straight thing. Now it just keeps on slashing forward.
It's a Benedetta ult.
So,
No. It's kind of like
Soyu?
yeah, kind of like a Suyo, but it just keeps on going.
Ooh, boy.
So you can tell, like, okay, I kind of know what kind of skin this guy is gonna get.
That's pretty sick.
It's kind of like a sword now.
Well, we'll see when the time does actually come.
Because this is like younger Aulus.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's the revamp. So from old Aulus now to his younger days.
The kids can't relate to old Aulus. We gotta make him young now. It's the only answer.
Gen Z's running the business, so
6'7".
we gotta have to.
No. I'm not
Gen
gonna accept
Alpha.
that. That is Gen Alpha.
Yeah,
We talked about this in the podcast, bro.
yeah, we do. But even
It's
most of our talents are 19, like the year starts of 19, right?
I'm not going to dox them. I'm not going to dox them just yet because we still have a little bit to discuss here, specifically when it comes down to AE trying to figure out a way to break through this impenetrable wall. I think a couple of adjustments that could, well, it could be good, it could be bad. Really just is dependent on how antsy you are. Because the early game, I don't think that AE had an awful, like a god-awful early game. I just think that a lot of their abilities were coming out kind of for free, right? The smoke and mirrors is really making them tear up.
I have a very immediate or maybe a band-aid patch to this problem that AE is facing. If they eventually get back to the blue side, remember they banned the Khalid as their ban. Maybe if they just ban the Grok, things will be different. However, the only problem with that is that the Jushin will definitely be banned by the side of Aurora if the Grok is banned. But I think that you'd rather face the Khalid than the Grok, especially when you're facing someone like Light who really mastered this hero down to the T.
And again, it's just one of those heroes because Grok is, even if he's not having a good game, you can have that one big set and then you're like, what have I been doing for the past 50 minutes, right? So one of the things that I do want to see is some kind of playmaker for Arfi, because so far Arfi has been doing quite well here in the M7 where, first of all, he controls his own lane, right? He doesn't need any kind of gank, he can deal with it himself. And then during a fight, you're not thinking about it, but then all of a sudden he's there and he's wrecking shop. So I kind of feel like we gotta need something like Freya-esque, where he doesn't need help, and in fact, he will help someone.
Well, I was thinking about this a lot. I was thinking about what would be the other replacement to the Freya in this lane. I would make an argument for Benedetta, but I don't think her base numbers coming into the mid-game, especially once you're past level 8, is going to be enough to kind of keep it up. Because right, at the end of the day, your emblems, having to take Festival of Blood, takes away from how much damage you can actually pump out compared to Master Assassin.
There was a hero that actually they could have picked up that Arfi Lex that's also Freya-esque, the CC.
Yeah.
So far, 4-0 for Alter Ego Esports. I'm looking at their stats that they have not lost with that hero. Definitely can be played in the gold lane. Usually we see it in Nino, but I think that it also fits the bill of like having a fighter that kind of scales, but also helps your teammates in a much more amplified manner.
Plus, how hard is it to play CC, right?
Yeah.
How hard is it?
No, not gonna lie, even people on TikTok are like fuming. It's like, oh my god, I trained for months to master Yuzong, and I go up against CC, there's like skill 1.
Imagine playing Uranus.
Imagine playing a Uranus. You know what? EXP is so exciting, riveting, that some of those heroes just kind of like ruin it a bit. But right now we're going to throw it over to the host where I believe they're going to update us a bit about Magic Chess Go Go. So right now we're throwing it over to the stage to see what's up with that.
Thank you very much to our casters. Before we continue the quest of finding our new M7 champion, we have here with us the Magic Chess Go Go champions. A round of applause, our newly crowned champion.
Hello guys, congratulations. May you please introduce yourself to the world.
Привет, как дела? Пожалуйста, представься.
Всем привет. Меня зовут Флокси. Все хорошо. Настрой победный. Спасибо всем, кто поддерживал.
Guys, my... My nickname is Foxy. I'm doing pretty well. Myself as a champ now. Thanks for everyone for your support.
Yes, and now Floxy, congratulations on winning the GO1 World Championship. Tell us about it. How are you? How did you prepare for it?
Расскажи, пожалуйста, как ты готовился и какие трудности встретились на твоем пути?
Я готовился к турниру, участвуя на различных турнирах в своем регионе, играл в ранкет, пытался разбирать ошибки. А из трудностей у меня возникли трудности с перелетом, поэтому я не мог основательно подготовиться к турниру.
So basically, I was preparing by playing tournaments in my region in the ACA. I participated in many of them, just to train myself, to analyze my gameplay, and basically to prepare for MCGG Go 1. And from the challenges, I would like to mention that the fight here took me a lot of time.
Oh wow, and I'm pretty sure being a champion is not easy. You have to go through so much. Perhaps what is the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome to become a champion today?
Расскажи, пожалуйста, про самое большое препятствие на твоем пути сюда, как чемпион.
Самым большим препятствием, наверное, думаю, было основательно подготовиться и поймать, так сказать, волну игры.
The hardest obstacle was to prepare as good as possible and basically to prepare for the games because it was a little bit exciting.
Yes, it was definitely exciting. And you know what? Coming from a grand finals yourself, coming from a championship yourself, currently we are having the grand finals of the M7 World Championship where Alter Ego Esports is currently going up against Aurora Gaming Philippines. Floxy, who do you think will win tonight?
Как ты думаешь, кто победит, Alter Ego или Aurora Page?
Мне кажется, победит Alter Ego. На самом деле, я их небольшой фанат, как и Team Spirit. Вот, поэтому я надеюсь, что победит Alter Ego.
So basically, I'm a big fan of Alter Ego, so I'm cheering up for them because Team Spirit is not here anymore, so Alter Ego is my choice.
Currently, Alter Ego is down 0-2. Do you have any message to Alter Ego, like any boost or any buff since you're just a newly crowned champion?
Хочешь ли ты передать Alter Ego какие-то слова поддержки?
Конечно, игра не заканчивается на 2 проигранных картах. Всегда есть шанс камбэкнуть, поэтому я верю в вас, Alter Ego.
So basically, this game is the best of 7 series. So guys, keep it up. You're gonna win it. Alter Ego, let's go.
What a very positive message. And finally, Floxy, is there anyone who you like to thank or dedicate the victory to?
Фокси, хочешь ты кому-то передать привет, либо поблагодарить за поддержку, либо посвятить кому-то эту победу?
Я хочу передать привет всем, кто меня поддерживал. Привет ESA региону, всем стримерам, ютуберам, родителям. Всем спасибо.
Yeah, so big shout out to everyone for supporting me, to my region, ESA, to my parents, to all of the streamers and YouTubers who were restreaming the MCG Go 1 finals. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much again. Congratulations, Floxy. That is from me and Glenn. But right now we are going to be throwing it over to the stage with Eterna and Brigida. Let's see what you guys have in store for us. Thank you so much, Rose. Thank you so much, Glenn. It's Eterna here with
Nona.
Oh yeah, we have Nona up on stage. Yeah. Hi guys, welcome.
Hello.
Hi. We're so excited.
Yeah, it's so nice to have them here on stage. I'm so glad that we are finally standing beside Nona right here.
So with that being said, do you mind introducing yourselves once more for the MLBB community that's watching right now?
Hi everyone, we are Nona. That's so cute. Could we ask them individually though, especially for our global audience out there? Starting with you.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Nona Christy.
Hi Nona Christy.
Hi everyone, I'm Nona Esther.
Hi Nona Esther.
Hi everyone, I'm Nona Baila.
Hello Nona Baila.
Hi everyone, I'm Nona Shaz.
Hello Nona Shaz.
Okay, so that's all four of them right now, but I might just want to talk to someone specific among you guys. So I'm looking at you, Christy. You're right beside me here. I have a couple questions for you because I heard that you've been playing Mobile Legends for a long time. Could you tell us how long you've been playing Mobile Legends?
Okay, I've been playing about 10 years.
10 years?
But it just for fun. Yeah. But yeah, maybe next season we might not gonna perform on stage.
Okay.
They might want to play.
Yeah.
They want to compete on stage.
They might be the ones
No, we're as Nona. No.
As Nona, okay. You might need one more, but we're excited to see that. So you've been playing for 10 years, and what role do you usually play?
Role? I love playing mage.
Okay.
And my favorite character is Esmeralda.
Esmeralda!
Like Esmeralda.
Okay. So, for all the Esmeralda mains out there, you're not alone because it looks like Christy also plays that hero. Now, Nona, you're here up on stage here at M7, and we're in the grand finals right now. So we have two competitive teams that are fighting for that M World Championship title. We have a team from the Philippines, which is Aurora Gaming from PH, and we also have a team from Indonesia, Alter Ego. Now, do you mind sharing us one by one who you guys are supporting today? Okay, sure. Together?
Yeah, so this is a competition indeed. We know that everyone works so hard. So we support both. Anyone who win this competition deserves it. But we watched the tournament last night and we saw Alter Ego winning. So as fellow Indonesian, we were so proud.
Oh, Alter Ego has their vote. So do you have a message maybe that you want to share to Alter Ego? You want to share a message, Esther?
For Alter Ego, good luck on this competition. We're so excited and we can't wait to watch the rest of the game.
Semangat! Okay. Semangat! They might have just needed that bit of a boost, especially for Alter Ego right here. Now, going back to you guys as a group, I'm just curious to know if you could share a bit of your, future exciting plans or future products that you have as Nona.
Well, we just dropped a single recently called Work.
Yes.
And yeah, Jakarta, LA, we brought a little piece of home when we were making the song in the States. And we're very excited to be performing in front of our Indonesian audience here in our home country. So, yes. Thank you for supporting us, really.
We love you.
We love you all.
Oh. Exciting. So are you going to be performing that song tonight as well?
Let's see.
Let's see. All right, and finally, Nona, we're wondering because you have so many fans in the building and there's even a watch party outside anticipating perhaps a performance from you guys later on. So do you guys have a message that you want to share to all your fans out there?
We love you so much, Orchids. Thank you so much. We love you.
I feel like I was converted into an orchid. I feel like an orchid too now. Yep. All right. Jadi untuk semuanya, untuk teman-teman, jangan kemana-mana setelah game yang ketiga karena hari ini di Tenis Indoor Senayan akan ada special performance yang akan dibawakan oleh Nona. Jadi for every viewer out there, whether you're watching in the venue or back at home, don't go anywhere after game number 3 because there is going to be a special, amazing performance exclusive for you guys by Nona later on. That's right. And now we have it. Thank you so much for joining us here on stage, Nona. It's been a pleasure to be able, been an honor, to exchange some questions with you. And I think you could see our players right behind us already, Eterna. So thank you so much once again. And I believe it's time we now resume the grand finals here at the M7 World Championship.
Thank you very much to Eterna, Brigida, as well as Nona. And hey, we'll see whether that's going to be enough for Alter Ego to get their mojo back.
I think they sprinkled a little bit of wisdom in there. Right now, as we see the performance of AE really just depend on their mid trio so much. Maybe Hijime should be looking for another or maybe an off-pick mage like Esmeralda.
Ooh, but eventually there will be a trade between Eve and Jushin again. I feel like if Alter Ego eventually gets the first pick, they will reconsider the Grok. Or maybe just totally let go of the Jushin if the Grok is available. Maybe just first pick. I don't really remember if Alec actually likes to play the Grok.
Oh, he likes it. He likes it. Yes, he's got a few MVP performances on that Grok. And now the fans' prediction, and actually quite close here. Aurora Philippines 57% and Alter Ego at 43%. Again, showing how their entire journey here has been quite close. But again, in terms of preparation, it does seem like Alter Ego might have shown too much of their hand, because it does seem like Aurora Philippines understand how to draft against them.
I don't know if it's a limiting factor for the side of Alter Ego, or whether it's just the draft pattern that's been read really, really well by Dexstar alongside with Coach Master of the Basics, because so far it feels like they've gotten away with murder for 2 games in a row. Coming into this next one, I'm really hoping that they've got something else in store.
Look at that, man. That's so beautiful. If only we have at least one. Am I right?
Yep. At least one.
And you know, one would be nice. I'm not asking for 5. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to jump into the draft here. We'll see what map it is. It looks like it's going to be a broken walls again.
Until my last breath.
Thank you very much, whoever said that. And yes, Alter Ego first pick here. Batting out the Harif, as well as batting out the Valentina.
Totally different approach.
Hey, this is Coach Zephyr, man. Professor X.
Yep. They will first pick the Sora, I feel like. If not the Leomord, but I feel like, yeah, maybe the Sora. Because if you look back at the previous game, they prioritized the Yuzhong. Yuzhong and Cho was their blue 2 and 3 picks. And the reason why they didn't pick up the Sora was probably because they are afraid of that sudden Valentina pickup. That's also the reason why they didn't do it in the lower stage. So maybe this Valentina signals the Sora pickup. However, Aurora, they're going to be very happy about the trade, because now, if the Sora gets picked up by AE, that is Grok and Jushin that they will get. So, I think all things considered, Grok is the best first pick.
Yes, Grok is the best first pick. We're expecting Jushin to get picked up for the side of Aurora +1. I think this might just be another Fredrin game coming in if they want to be very honest here, or they could just wait a little bit later.
Yeah, Fredrin, maybe Fredrin and Jushin, the first 2 picks.
I mean, Leomord is still open, so I don't know. In terms of junglers, there's still quite a few.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see them delaying it a little bit. But yeah, I feel like Jushin you gotta take, because the Rockshin is pretty strong.
So it's the Granger and the Jushin instead. They're not showing their hand yet when it comes to their Demon Kite jungle choices. If you're Alter Ego, you will rethink your Leomord. It is still pretty good though. Leomord, obviously.
I think you gotta trust.
Just gotta just trust the process. You have the Grok anyways. You're fine in the mid lane. Maybe just get a Farsa so that you have that Grok Farsa for you.
I kind of want it simple, just like Eve Leo. Yeah. Oh, but the CC instead.
That's the CC that we're talking about earlier. Previous game. But now, if you're Aurora, you will now rethink your Fredrin just because of both the Eve as well as the CC. So they might just change this up. There still is the Yusen Shin though. That's the scariest part of being in the second phase, where in your jungle choice, if you want to do it red 3, you can easily adjust it. I would favor Yusen Shin here for Aurora, as it is a good hero with the Granger, and at the same time, you're not that scared of the CC at all.
Unless you accidentally get, curtain call together, and then that's a bit of a mistake on their positioning parts. But generally speaking, yeah, there's a lot of deterrence coming from both sides. We're not seeing as many steals as we did in game number 1 and 2. We were expecting the setup for the eventual Sora coming in from AE, but now Aurora has decided, you know what? We have plenty of options in the jungle. Let's pick up the Cho right now, and we've almost locked down the mid lane.
Are we just gonna see both teams just choking out that jungle pool? But if they do that, Aurora definitely has the advantage here.
For sure. Especially because they have the red 4 priority. I don't think that it's smart for Alter Ego to oblige when it comes to limiting your jungler options. They might be better off just taking out the XP lane choices, like maybe a Yuzhong, which is still available. Even the Sora at this point. They do have the CC though, which is okay against the Sora.
Yep.
Generally speaking, they have the superior XP lane choice. I guess here, maybe Arlen might be their last option as a ban.
Well, right now we got to talk about the relationships between the heroes here. Eve as well as Grok. The rock manipulation here going up against the current heroes of Aurora. Do you feel like this is already a pretty good mid duo to deal with them?
I think it depends, right? Because at level 1, there is the possibility that somehow Light is able to get a full combination on top of Hijime, and that ends the laning phase almost straight away if the regeneration... Sold out. They sort of have to take it at this point, right? Because once you take that Leomord, at least then you have a little bit of threat around these neutral objectives, and you're, you know, pulling eyes towards yourself to allow everybody else to kind of play around it.
I think the best option here for Alter Ego is to get the Alice, because there's not much killing potential for Marathon Burst. They go for Alice as their XP lane, and then go for maybe a Leomord again. They pick up the Lapu-Lapu.
For Denial?
Yep. Denial. I think this is for Denial, but that also opens up Alice for Aurora, but Ardent. I think that they're just gonna go Ardent. This is why I felt like the Ardent should have been the ban for Alter Ego instead of the Esmeralda.
I agree, but I think at the end of the day, right, the Esmeralda, I think that AE wanted to kind of be a little bit more flexible with the CC. So honestly, good on the backstab from Aurora to say, you know what, let's take Fredrin first, wait for the full reveal, and now we have the options of actually going into the Arlet if we wanted to.
I mean, like, going up against Aurora, I would say going up against any team here in the M7 is kind of like, just pick your poison. Because you know it's going to come, but at the same time, sometimes you just got to take it.
Maybe Alice is a better option, but the Ardent stop one, Alice may be the second choice. There is a world where they pick up Terizla because there's a lot of physical damage here from Alter Ego.
That works too.
Yep, but the Ardent indeed is still going to be the pick. Honestly, looking really good for Aurora. Very standard draft that they have, but I think Alter Ego's draft is much better, has a better chance this game compared to game number 1.
What about you? What do you think about this one, Gideon?
I think it's going to be a little bit harder. I think that for AE at the very least, they have a couple more options to play around, but so far, based on what we've seen in Aurora, as long as they don't mess up too hard in the early game, their recovery is so good coming into mid, and especially when we come down to late. So many of their composition styles is basically, hey, Blaze 5, Death Ball, peel, peel, peel.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Alter Ego has to win this one, because if not, Aurora will get match point. And we all know how high that pressure is going up against an opponent as strong as Aurora when they have match point. So now we're going to throw it over to the casters, Leo, Trex, as well as Mirko. It's your time to shine.
The enemy reaches the battlefield.
Gideon Q pointed out a very pertinent trait that this lineup from Aurora could show up here in game number 3, the Death Ball. We might be throwing back to another Filipino staple strat that won them 2022's MSC in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, Alter Ego is still yet to score a single point in this grand finals matchup.
It's a comfortable formation for Aurora, but I have to say as well for Alter Ego, they finally kind of go back to an identity that they are well with. Fighters on the off lanes, a Leomord. They get Alec on something that can make plays, and it's all going to work around this RWM if they can make the catches. If there's a game that I felt like, okay, they have a good chance of winning, I do like Alter Ego's draft here.
So is it safe to say if they don't win this one, we're seeing a 4-0?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to speak in absolutes, but the fact that RP is on a fighter and all throughout the series, Game 1 and Game 2, if you've watched it, you'll know that they forced the same kind of violence onto Aurora Gaming, and the Northern Lights just keep saying no, then that might be it. Looking at the lane-to-lane matchup, Nino here, spots Light. Up top, it's a CC versus the Granger. I'd say this is as close to a fighter to marksman as it is to a marksman kind of matchup you could get.
Yeah, I do think Alter Ego in that gold lane, we may see some more rotation, a little bit of action in the mid, nothing crazy, but we might see quicker rotations at least coming from Arfi, which is going to be important, especially when it comes down to first, second turtle. We know how Arfi loves going against these marksmen with a fighter in his hand.
Yeah, he knows the matchup really, really well, so you can already see him winning it out, but for Doming, it's fine too. I think Arfi right now, it's interesting that he's actually deciding to shove the waves. Like this wave before turtle makes sense, but the other waves earlier, right? Like, he should be shoving now. He shouldn't be trading, and earlier he should be trading, freezing the waves.
And then he can just run down, forcing a flicker out of Hijime here.
Uh-oh, no flickers, gonna be all in on him. The taunt as well, Light able to get the first blood. Yasuke very low because of the Edward earlier. That's Yasuke trying to get in. Demon Kai walks up, it's a late, or it's an early retreat from Yasuke. And Demon Kai snatches away.
the turtle from him.
Early retreat and an early death. For Alter Ego Esports, Yasuke down. I'm having flashbacks from previous games.
Oh, Light! Able to get away to Dragon Regi Kundo now, all in on him. But Light took a bit too many shots.
Oh.
Now gonna go down as well, though, so it's a 1-for-1 in the bottom lane.
The damage on that slam, again, amplified by the health you have as a fighter in the EXP lane. You have a respectable amount. 1,000 up for Aurora Gaming now.
At least Nino finds something there, but it's not big. You find Roamer, he's gonna be right back on the map. And look, you give gold plating, you give lane presence over to Aurora Gaming, over to Edward at that, who has been such a star in this series.
They're gonna all in onto Demonkind, and he goes straight for the Friction. That RWM was actually misplaced. Light goes in, a big pop from Demonkind! And now it's Yue! Knocking two members up, Hijume, no flicker! 0-2-0, it's a double kill for Demonkind.
Alter Ego in shambles, and we're only 3.5 minutes in. Yasuke 0-2-0, Hijume 0-2-0. The stat board is going downhill for Alter Ego.
I don't even need to look for the ball. There's just a lot of death coming around for Alter Ego, and Aurora Gaming PH are serving it up. Half a minute till the turtle spawns, same spot. I think we're done with the gold lane advantage. Alter Ego have to figure out where else can we win, because Arfi bullying Dominkite is beyond the fact. There's not much they're getting from there.
Demonkite's the one with 3 kills under his belt. Said it a little bit earlier. Aurora Gaming feeling like they got a little bit of a stampede going, taking some notes from their brethren, and they really are.
You can say that again, because cover these names, cover the team, and this could be a liquid draft.
Yep.
So what do we do from here for Alter Ego Esports? They've been behind, a nice flicker forced out from Hijume.
Huge.
Aurora Gaming at this point, I mean, Alter Ego, yes, they've fought from behind like this, but normally at least their mid is doing okay. Normally Hijume is doing okay. Normally Yasuke is doing okay. At this, it's only Arfi without a death.
Turtle here, started up by Aurora Gaming. No contest from Alter Ego, with no eminent play either. It seems like Alter Ego have just decided to stay behind their own comfort zones and farm up. Well, where is the farm going to, though? There's really not much scaling.
Exactly. I mean, the CC saying the scaling tech charge coming down, but great reaction now. Light definitely going to be looking for re-engage now, as that's going to be Alec isolated, taken out by Dominkite. Light! Kundo on the way to Dragon, bringing Hijume back, and Doming with a double, now with a big bonk. Yue takes it away.
Aurora Gaming is hunting right now.
Oh! You know next.
No.
Oh! Doming with the flicker out from the bravest fighter! And the recall on Nino's corpse.
Not against 4. Not against 4, El Padre. Ay, ay, ay.
Alter Ego is coming into these fights thinking they're still in the lower bracket, thinking they can still muscle around their opponents. But Aurora Gaming was ready for this. They've been watching, they've been waiting for this.
I've been saying this since yesterday, and it was good when Alter Ego only knew 1 speed. But now they're on the back foot. They're cornering Edward.
No way he gets away from this, right? That's an all-in, and RP picks up a kill. So finally, Alter Ego, they get a kill after what, 3 minutes?
I mean, Light's playing out of his mind right now as well. He always shows up in the nick of time. And he didn't even use his Way of the Dragon on Alec earlier. He gets a kill on Alec, then flicks in and finds Hijume. I mean, Aurora Gaming, it's tough right now for Alter Ego.
Tough is an understatement, especially when you're down 2 games with nothing. When it comes to gameplay or even a comeback, all that Alter Ego have scored all series long are little kills, small trades. Some of them they won in the first 2 games, but here, again, all they got was a kill on Edward down bottom and a Light. Trying to get Arfi here, he's gone!
Final slash, Edward takes him down. RWM with no one to follow it up. Now Light is just gonna go in. Oh, try to bait out the flicker from Hijume, but they've already gotten the turtle on top of that.
Here's the kicker for Aurora Gaming as well, is they still have Dominkite with a Sky Piercer at 3-0-1. Who, even if Alter Ego score,
he gets a steal, but he gets kicked back into Dominkite now. Final slash from Edward!
in! Hijime low, it's an all into the backline as Nino gets caught up into it all, tries to deal some damage again, a big bong that doesn't land, but Demon K still gets to kill. Domeng will try his best to get another.
One by one, they all fall under the Buddha Demon Kite right now. Bonk after bonk. He's a tanky boy, but he's still 4-0-5.
It's been a hot minute since Demon Kite tasted victory. He's gone around the world, played in Malaysia, came back to the Philippines, and now here in Jakarta. Just mere moments away from match point. Again, 2-0, and no clear signs of life from Alter Ego. A quick look once again at the that sequence. An Aurora Alpha strike. Nothing left for Alter Ego.
Edward is searching for an FMVP at this point. The guy has made play after play from game 1 to game 2 to game 3. Oh, Domeng hurts so much.
And he's finding his own teammate for it, because Light is doing pretty good himself.
Taking a look at the items, like I said, we just got a Malefic Gun in for Domeng Kite, a 1.4K gold. I mean, everyone's got 1,000 plus at this time. There's really not much to talk about. Aurora Gaming has multiple, I mean, everyone's an item up at this point.
And who I feel it stings the most for is Yasuke.
Yes.
This is his signature pick. He almost single-handedly made Leomord a threat in the knockout stage. I was laughing at Leomord and Swiss, but looking at the stats, oh, Yasuke, how has he proven me wrong? But now, against the Fredrin, who he's down almost 2,000 gold off of, can't even dive in when he hits that Phantom Steed. He's at about the same stat base as the Fredrin, and that's a no-go. You're not going to get anywhere with that.
So here's the thing, right? Because Alter Ego Esports, we thought the meta was getting set down in the lower bracket. We thought what we were watching was the answer to everything. Aurora Gaming isn't even changing much of their gameplay strategy, changing much of their picks. They are the meta at this point. Whatever they want, their composition is winning out.
And we seem to be circling back in M3, Singapore. The world saw how you could play MLBB in a different way. The Ubistrat was debuted by International. From them spawning in about 25 seconds.
Who better to lead that Ube strat than Edward and your EXP laner, someone who was part of the creation, who was there for that moment. Alter Ego Esports. We are watching Arfi try to make it to the top, once again putting band-aids on flesh wounds.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he's gonna go for the clear now. But also Yue, the guy there before the combo, before the trio completely left. He was part of that roster too, and now, Edwin flickers out once! He just goes for the Brave Spider. The 1v1 will not happen. Edwin's gonna try to cancel out the recalls. RP just gonna go for the turn up top, and the waves at the base. He's gonna target down by Aurora.
But there's a Lord at your base right now, and Alec is all alone. They're trying to get back.
RP is already there. Yasuke doesn't have the steed. Lord already at the base right now. It's Alex to be caught on the Juju. No! Domeng Kite got him down! And it's Yue to throw him back! The base wide open! Aurora Gaming Philippines are a game away from cementing themselves in history!
Your jaw dropped. I saw that. In awe and in silence. The seemingly unstoppable Alter Ego cannot score against Aurora. And Aurora have barely lifted a finger. They played the same game 3 games into this series. How?
We saw 3 different faces in game 1, 2 to 3, and none of those faces were enough to even get a win, a single win. All the turtles have gone to Aurora. It's perfect from Aurora. And for Alter Ego, what's next? We already teased at the idea. What if they lose here with the fighter goal? What if they lose here with the Leomord, with the Chusin on Hijime? These are all the comforts that we've come to know from Alter Ego, aside from obviously the Freya that is banned out.
Something's got to give. There's got to be something else left in the playbook of Coach Zephyr and Coach Styx to change the tides of battle, to give Alter Ego a second wind, because there's no turning back.
You know, I love the look of Edward on stage. He's just dazed out. It's like he's talking to himself saying, is this it? Let's throw it back to our panel as they break down the game.
Well, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of feel like no matter what questions everyone gives, there's really one question everyone is asking. How do you stop this utility jungler? How do you stop this Ube strat? Because even our casters talk about it. It started back at M3. This is M7. There's no changes towards, Fred, Boxia. In fact, it was nerfed. And it's still one of the strongest things that you can do in MLBB.
I gotta say that Alter Ego attempted in game number 3. We did say that they had a better chance.
I would say this entire M7, everyone tried.
Everyone really tried. I think that they have the tools to actually manage it. Like they have also the CC. However, they're really not winning the first turtle. I feel like the way for you to eventually take over the utility jungler role is to win that first turtle fight. I think we are not seeing Alter Ego adjust to that first turtle. They're always giving it. They're always dying or getting poked before the game even starts. Before that first turtle fight even starts, and you're not even utilizing your EX play to its full potential. The mid lane duo, although it is looking real good for Alter Ego, they're also not winning the lanes, in fact. And you can see that Yasuke is also getting bombarded in the jungle.
I don't know about you boys, but I think it's very, very clear. I think this is going to end up as a 4-0 and sweep for Aurora. Because the way that we are seeing AE, it's not like how we saw yesterday, right? The recovery isn't as clean. Everyone's a little bit more hesitant to go for the save. And I think more importantly, there's just no momentum behind them. After that game number 1, they feel deflated coming into game 2. And I think, especially here in game 3, it was very evident that they just could not do much.
At this point, it really is come to what else can they do? Because you can't say that they didn't draft around what Aurora is showing, because they knew what Aurora is going to show. They drafted in a way that they have the answers. And I feel like they kind of want to get that first turtle, but again, Aurora will not let them have it. Right now, we're going to look at the MVP of this game by an official gaming phone, Realme, and it goes over to Light. Because at this point, as amazing as all 5 members of Aurora, it really is the Light and Edward show. There's no way to stop these guys.
Yeah. 1, and 11. You know, Leo already mentioned that this is very reminiscent of the Ube. I disagree. I think there is going to be a little bit of a variation here because it's not just about, hey, we stay together, we win together. There's an outreach. There's a level of, hey, Edward, stick your hand out a little bit further, and don't worry, you're never alone this time because you got Light to compensate and to support you.
One of the underrated ways to actually approach Ube that maybe most people do not really recognize is the fact that you can get in and out of the fight so if you master going in and out of the fights, you sustain yourself, and then the fight becomes very easy for you. That is exactly what happened in turtle number 1, where there was a jump coming out from the Lapu-Lapu. They just back out just a little bit, enough for them to get out of the zone of the damage and then turn the fight around.
Again, I kind of feel like Light and Edward is the problem. Because I agree with you, right? There are ways to deal with it, but at this point, Edward and Light has cemented this style in their system so well that they counter the counters.
Information is powerful. The mechanics is the key to why they are finding so many different opportunities against AE by kicking their shins out, right? It feels like they don't have a strong foundation to sit on when Hijime goes down. And even for Alec, he's looking for opportunities. It's not like he's completely out of the water, but they time the cooldowns very well. Oh, the Nature's Barrier pops up. Great, no mighty swing. That's something else we can take advantage of.
The strength of the utility junglers, particularly the Fredrin with the Jushin, once again, by the way, from Aurora, which we did say is a combo that you should break if you're facing up against Aurora. The strength of that kind of composition is that it breaks that rock, paper, scissors thing of utility versus assassin versus fighters. It just wins both matchups. It's clear that when up against the Leomord, it works so well. When now up against assassin, obviously it's not going to be enough. So we have seen in games 1 and 3 how good this lineup is. Now, we turn the question back to Alter Ego. Alter Ego has won when teams don't ban the Freya against them.
Yeah.
And they now be not prideful enough to actually ban or break Fredrin and Jushin.
It's very difficult because Aurora, they always draft in a way where it's crowd control overload, and whatever you think they lack in damage, they just win by momentum as well as gold. Like, we can use 5 tanks, but if we're 5,000 to 6,000 ahead in gold, we're still gonna hurt you.
Right? I really envision what you're trying to say. And that's very true. And where does that start? Where does the lead actually build up? I hate to sound like a broken record. The first turtle fight.
Yeah.
You really have to put priority that Alter Ego needs to review what they have been doing in the past 3 games. Make sure that they are all aligned. Let's not do sour lanes. Let's not try to go for over 50-50s kind of risks. Then just focus on that first turtle fight, win it, and then maybe you have a shot at the mid-game.
And this is why I think that AE is probably going to drop the following game, because again, it's the lack of experience and more so being on a high, I would say the pinnacle here at MLBB. It's a lot of pressure. It's so much pressure. And I think, especially when you're playing on home ground, that's another level that you're going to have to think about. Every missed execution is just another moment somebody's going to clip it and say, hey, this is the downfall.
I mean, here's the thing. This is match point for Aurora. And it's a good thing, you know, looking at our show flow, we're going to have a bit of an extended break for Alter Ego as well as Aurora, of course. So hopefully by that time, the players as well as the coach have to discuss amongst each other, be like, this is potentially the last hurrah. We can't let it go down 4-0 because, again, the whole world is watching, specifically here in Indonesia. They just got to lock it. They just got to win the first turtle and then move on from there.
That's a first step. That's a difficult first step, but a first step nonetheless. It's now criminal to give up the first turtle to Aurora, especially because they're now down in this game. And they're also drafting in a way that they kind of want to clash in the early game.
Yeah.
You know, if you get my meaning, it's not like they're completely avoiding, because there's that kind of approach where you are completely like conceding your early game in exchange for a late game scaling. It's not the case for Alter Ego. We are seeing them trying to contest that with the Suyo, with the Leomord, with the Lapu-Lapu, and the CC. The mid-range game that they're trying to employ is not going to work if they're not taking that first step.
And I think, if anything, right? If anything, that Fredrin gets led through again. I'm hoping that maybe the counter pick in Baxia might come through, just so that we can at least see what it be like, right? They've tried many different approaches. I think now the util jungle has to come in here, and unfortunately for Yasuke, as good as he is on pretty much any assassin he puts his hands on, without that utility, I feel like nobody else on this team will be able to have a good time.
Just slightly worried because that's something that SRG tried, and it also kind of failed. Because, again, the picks are good, but it's not just the jungler. The entire team kind of has to adjust, and this is where the question of identity really lies, right? Where Aurora basically has an impenetrable identity. You can't force them away from what they know best. There's always other options like, oh, you don't give us this, we have that. You don't give us this, we have that. So right now we're looking at the camp of Aurora, and they're very calm. They're making sure that they're not overly excited because, again, the game is not over just yet.
The job's not done, basically. This is a 3-0 lead that they have built up, but it doesn't mean that this is not losable, right? They can actually...
they don't want to choke.
Yeah. I was kind of tiptoeing around that word, but yeah, they don't want to choke.
I don't know how to tiptoe, but I do know that we will be heading over to the stage with our lovely host, because there's a lucky draw and maybe some kind of show happening on. So let's actually throw it over to the stage with the host. As long as everything goes well, throw it over.
Aurora Gaming from the Philippines are just one game away of winning it all. But of course, the surprises does not stop there.
That's right, Eterna, because now we will determine the M7 Lucky Draw winners.
Absolutely. Since this is a special occasion, it is the grand finals after all. We will be announcing 5 lucky winners from the M7 Lucky Draw that will win a total of 50,000 diamonds.
Bring out your phone, guys, and check your codes, because you just might win 50,000 diamonds.
So, I hope you guys are ready. Bring out your phones, check your codes, because the first code is 696IL2.
Again, that's 696IL2. Congratulations to our M7 Lucky Draw winners of 50,000 diamonds.
Wow, 50,000 diamonds, but don't you guys worry, because we do still have some codes ahead of us, because the second lucky draw code is 7WQW7V.
Let me repeat. 7WQW7V.
All right. The next one. Are we ready? All right. The third winning lucky draw code is C4SCIS.
C4SCIS. You just won 50,000 diamonds.
Okay. We have the last one. Okay. The last one is 13A75B.
Let me repeat. 13875B. Again, to remind everyone, the prize will send to you within 7 days.
All right, so don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that in the future, we will be having the lucky draw. So don't forget to log in every day for the next 7 days to make sure you get it. Is this another code that we're having?
I think
Is this
so.
our sixth code?
No, fifth.
Fifth code?
Yes. I think.
Okay, so the last one.
Yes.
All right, so the last code is C6V4Z1.
Again, Z6V4Z1.
It's okay, it's a tongue twister. It's a tongue twister. So you guys make sure, rewind on your phones, make sure that you got the codes right.
Yes. So that is the fifth winner of 50,000 diamonds.
All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, once again, don't forget to log into MLBB. Check it out. Don't miss it, all right? Because, of course, MLBB, M7 this time around, they are not done with their surprises. But before we announce our next surprise, we want to test the energy level of the arena. Are you ready, Glenn?
Of course.
All right. Tennis Indoor Senayan, we want to hear your energy level. So,
M7, mana suaranya?
I think we could do that again.
Of course.
I think we can do that again. Let's try one more time. Kita coba satu kali lagi. M7, mana suaranya?
That's better.
I like that. I like that energy. Because keep that energy up, ladies and gentlemen, because now it is time, Glenn, for us to throw it over to the mid-game show. So with that, let's head over.
Baby, take my hand. I want you to be my husband. 'Cause you're mine. And I the message. Baby, take a chance. 'Cause I want this to be something straight out of Hollywood movie. See you standing there in your polka wear. Is all I can think is where is the ring? 'Cause I know you wanna ask. Scared the moment will pass. I can see it in your eyes. Just take me by surprise. And all my friends, they tell me they see you're planning to get on with me. But I want it to be out of the blue. So make sure I have no clue when you ask, baby. M7, mana suaranya? Nama saya Stephanie Putri.
Picking petals off of daisies, thinking about you on the daily. I just wanna be the one you want. I just wanna be the one you love. You got me thinking you could save me. Everybody think I'm crazy. I just wanna be the one you touch. I just wanna be the one you trust. Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, yeah? Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me not? Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, yeah? Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me not? Do I ever cross your mind? Heaven knows you've been on mine. You're driving me crazy. Oh baby, do I ever cross your mind? Heaven knows you live on mine. You're driving me crazy. Oh baby,
Semuanya tepuk tangan.
love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, yeah. Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me not? Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, yeah? Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me not?
Mobile Legends.
Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me,
Do you
yeah?
love me? Do you love me?
Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me not? Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you love me, love me, love me, love me, love me not?
Do you love me?
MLBB! How y'all doing tonight? You guys ready for this? Here we go!
I'm busy dancing, baby, while you keep on standing in my way. Stop, you don't wanna get no closer, cause I touch like midnight in July. I know that look, I've seen it before, and I keep score. Got you rolling, I want ya. How you like that, baby? You've been way too busy playing yourself. Anybody else won't see me coming, I'm coming straight for the heart. You never seen a sniper looking this cute. My favorite part. I
This is her new song. Udah siap belum? Let's get to work. Get into it. Work. Back up, get your heads blown. Suntan, about to say nothing much on. Island with skin tone. On the back, get it back, gotta put it back. It's that top notch, non-stop, make it hot. Backdrop, keep guessing. Big flex, break a neck, cut a check, go invest, that's a given. Rock your waist straight and hit your treadmill. Do Pilates, how your legs feel. Take a group hike, do hip squats, girl, it's go time. Go put it that work. Pump it up, girl, put it that work. Pump it up, girl, put it that work. Pump it up, sis, put it that work. Put it that work, put it that work. Pump it up, girl, put it that work. Pump it up, friend, put it that work. Pump it up, sis, put it that work. Put it that work, put it that work. Put it that, put it that, put it that work. Put it that, put it that, put it that work. Put it that, put it that, put it that work. Put it that work, put it that work. She looks so good, make the world turn. Yeah, I'm gonna be hot and rich, could be my twin. I bet you want that shopping spree. I call that a workout. Lamborghini, how I crash out. So many, so teeny, hot and sweaty watermelon martini. When I walk into the room like $1 million, you can put it on my card. I don't know about you, but I'm making money moves. I'm the one that call it shots. End of the day, you be saying my name. Top of your lungs, I will make the ground shake. What an earthquake, going so crazy. Sold out, what you call it, the LA? Moisturizer, get your eye cream and the serum. How's the face feel? Take a group pic. Ooh, we so hot. Girl, it's go time. Go and put it that work. Pump it up, girl, put it that work. Pump it up, friend, put it that work. Pump it up, sis, put it that work. Put it that work, put it that work. Pump it up, girl, put it that work. Pump it up, friend, put it that work. Pump it up, sis, put it that work. Put it that work, put it that work. Put it that, put it that, put it that work. Put it that, put it that, put it that work. Put it that, put it that, put it that work. Put it that work, put it that work.
네? 또 몇 시간이에요? 오늘 솔직히 하고 이제 하나 이제 맞아.
Way too hot to handle, got the lethal touch. Pedal to the metal till I'm rising up. We got the energy, you see me and me scary. We run the beat when we unite. Enemies are watching freeze. Go straight for the eyes if you know what I mean. So now we got you hooked. Now we rise as one. Ain't play right now, ain't play right now. No freebies on the bar, but I'll let them love. When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch us sizzle. Got a crew so hot, no riddles. It's 0 to 100, no middle. That's right, that's right. When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch us. R to the I, to the S, to the E. Gonna shut down the ops if you're trying to get past me. You can watch us sizzle. We're making this drop go triple. It's 0 to 100, no middle. That's right, that's right. When I walk in the room, we rise as one. Tripping, don't know what they're missing till they start swimming. We rise as one. Baby, now you're in the system. Drop into the rhythm. You know that I'm about to be the one to shut it down. Rising up and flying up and around like uh-oh. Gotta know it's all again. Uh-oh. You wanna come get it nice and reach out there to keep up all the feature. Delete your hide and seek us out. Again, that is don't think you can beat us. So now we got you hooked. Now we rise as one. Freebies on the board. Gotta let them love. When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch us sizzle. Got a crew so hot, no riddles. It's 0 to 100, no middle. That's right, that's right. When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch us. R to the I, to the S, to the E. Gonna shut down the ops if they tryna get past me. You can watch us sizzle. When you make it It's 0 to 100 in the middle. That's right, when I walk in the room, we rise as one. Got me fighting free, no one just stay fly. Do it like I do. If you're rolling with me, the best team that you like. When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch me sizzle. Got cruise so high, no pedals. It's 0 to 100, no middle. That's right. When I walk in the room, everybody gonna watch us. R to the I, to the yes, to the E. Gonna shut down the ops if they tryna get past me. You can watch us sizzle, but make it dish up a triple. It's 0 to 100, no middle. That's right. When I walk in the room, we rise as one.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nona! That was amazing, man! I don't know how they could memorize all those choreographies.
Yep, that's the way to call it. That was a beautiful performance. A mid-break show. At least it kind of brings it all together, right? It was feeling a little down, but now in the arena,
hey,
the Indonesians are ready for something else.
But Chad, calm down. I understand that's a lot of dopamine. Yep. But now we got to reel it back in. But again, no, it was amazing. Yep. So now the realization of this match point from Aurora, Philippines, it hasn't gone away just yet. But before we even talk about it, we got to talk about Granger, because Granger is absolutely amazing. And you guys can get the new Thunder Ascendant skin quite easily. Just make sure you guys get the M7 pass. And then that's it. There's really nothing else that you guys have to do. Get the pass for you to get the Thunder Ascendant skin. In fact, while you have the pass, keep on leveling up, because then you guys will eventually get the true prestige, which is Granger's new Prime skin. This beauty you can unlock at level 75 on the track record, but if you go all the way to 150, you can get this bad boy.
It's so good. Every year they come up with a figurine, and this time around I think they really nailed it with this one. Really showing what MLBB is all about, especially for those dedicated fans.
And here's the thing, if you guys like the retro cartoon style, if you guys like to play STG games, then make sure you guys check out Acecraft, because it's been here for a while now. You guys can play solo, you guys can play with the team. It's got random skills, you got deflection mechanics, and of course, a lot of different characters. So make sure you guys grab the game and download it and try it for yourself, because trust me, you might enjoy it just a little bit too much. So again, shout out to Acecraft. Speaking of right now, again, we got to talk about the game, because what do we do?
Game 4.
I mean, like, we do nothing, but what do they do?
We hope and pray. For our parts, we gotta hope and pray that the team actually gets back into form, because right now the laning phase has been looking a little abysmal, as we've talked about many times about that very first turtle here. It feels like the meta seems a little impossible without that first, bit of goal.
The first step is definitely the first turtle, but the first step is the draft. And I kind of looked at the previous drafts, and I kind of felt like maybe one of the ways for them to eventually equalize when it comes to the laning stage, the first turtle, is to start with taking away the Jushin as well as the Frederick combo. That is definitely one thing that they actually go for. And I kind of felt like maybe there is a condition for Aurora when they will eventually pick the Frederick. Maybe they're just allergic to that Claude. Maybe if the Claude is banned out, which typically is going to be the choice here for themselves, they actually ban the Claude if they don't have access to Fair or something, or even the Leomoid. So maybe what Alter Ego can do is take the Claude and then break the Jushin and Frederick.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like it's kind of like the Leon and Freya. You got to take it away one or the other. And yeah, I kind of feel like it's better just to take the Jushin away. But with that being said, Yue has been performing out of his mind. Like, Dimenkai is great, but I feel like the team is making him have such a good time.
I mean, I feel like Dimenkai has one of their I wouldn't say the easiest job because he still has to be like mechanically aware of who uses abilities and who needs to be disrupted in the middle of those fights. And you can't take that away from Demon Kai. He is good on that Fredrin for this particular reason and why he leans more into Fredrin than he does into Baxia. However, Light alongside with Edward have been making super plays time after time after time after time. And the consistency of Yue and Domain Kai really is coming up to uplift the team.
There was one part though during the break when we were talking, me and Guido were talking, just like Edward as well as Light, you really feel that they really wanted to win in this series. They have been performing unlike any time that they have performed before. I'm sure that they have highs like this before, but them together on point, not making any mistakes, just being so good of a teammate for their carries. They're just amplifying Aurora so much that it looks, I mean, you could say that Demon Kite as well as Domin Kite's life were easy just because of what Edward and Light were able to do, you know?
And you know that Edward in particular wants to perform every time after the game. What is he doing? He's holding on both hands to that secret lab chair. He's holding himself back. He's trying not to explode full of emotion because, again, it's high stakes. If you overheat, that could be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, we keep talking about this is the last chance for Indonesia because this is the people's champ, right? At this point, all the support from all over the world, not even from just Indonesia. I believe other regions as well is looking at Alter Ego and be like, we love your story. We want to see what more you can really do. But again, going up against Aurora Philippines, where they really have understood what they want to do, what they want to play, is really putting Alter Ego at a very tough spot. And Wolf, you yourself as an analyst have brought out different suggestions on how they can separate the combo as well as try your very best to win that first turtle. And I believe that maybe you got to go for an early rotation of making sure that Nino has a good time going up against Edward and then try to snowball that momentum because we've seen how AE plays when they do get that early momentum. So it's kind of like get back your identity of I just want to kill people somehow.
And that's crazy because in-game. I had a chat with Kid Bomba, one of the best exilators to have ever played the game. Such a great personality. I had a podcast with him. He said that essentially laning has been less of a, it's actually the least important factor of being an exilator right now. Draft is more important and your contribution to the team fight's better. So maybe Nino might have focused too much on the laning stage, then he thought like, oh, maybe I cannot do it anymore during the team fights. I think that they should refocus on the team fights instead.
Yeah, here we can see how difficult of a game it was for Yasuke because only dealing 12,000 damage on that Leomore in comparison to Demon Kai with almost 20,000. And again, not to say that Yasuke is bad on Leomore. We know that Yasuke is amazing on that Leomore, but this does show how basically Aurora Philippines made it so difficult for Yasuke to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the way that they're looking at the previous game recaps. Right? We're going through them one by one, and the people who take the most amount of punishment always leans back to Yasuke and Hijime. If these two are not doing well, or at least one or the other, if you get both, it's a guaranteed win. If it's one or the other, maybe there's a chance for Arfi and even Nino to sneak back in.
I would feel like between Arfi as well as Domain Kai, it's going to be boiling down to the draft in a way that you kind of want to get the safest choice. So far, you are seeing a lot of priority when it comes to the choices for Domain Kai. He's third pick, I think, game number 1, and then second and third pick in game number 2 and 3. So it means that the heroes that Domain Kai is now using are heroes that don't necessarily have the counters. Like the Granger, do you actually have a counter to the Granger? Not really. You just can't really win in the laning stage. So maybe that's the reason why Domain Kai has been successful, is because he's having the safer options in the gold lane.
Well, Alter Ego, whether you're ready or not, we're about to start the draft here. We're going to be looking at the players as well as the trophy. And again, for Aurora Philippines, it's just one game away from them earning that trophy.
This might just be it. We need to see the early game performance coming in from AE. Was the mid-game show enough for them to find that full mental reset? Because if there was momentum on Aurora's side, they want to stay hot throughout that show. So when they touch the land of Dawn, it's all blazing glory.
And for you guys at home, you guys can get this redeem code. Go to M7, which is pretty clever considering we also just had the finals of Nature Chess Go-Go.
Yeah, and I mean, quickly redeem the code now while you still can. Log into the game, input the code, and enjoy random skin trial. Think fast because these won't last.
I don't know if they can hear that, but you know what?
Shout out to Mirko.
Shout out to Mirko, man. Amazing. What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy. That's how you would describe him if someone were to ask you how to describe him.
Very cool.
Honestly, anyone or any talent for MLBB. So how would you describe this guy? What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy.
What a guy.
CSGO. 왜 이렇게 나야 돼? 미션 앞선 거 해봐. 무슨 아쉬웠다고 오프닝 세레모니 못 봤는데. 아쉬웠다. 이거 아쉬웠다. 졸리자고 했는데. 솔직히 아쉽게는 나는 게임 달라고. MLBB 아예 갔다 그냥 모르는 거?
아빠 그래서
게임 같은 농장
game nào mà không được sao
League of Legends cũng phải nói đi cần xin thăm làm basic mà
It's okay thì cả chuyện cả số sinh đạo và xin đến 농스타들
농스타들 왜 오늘 무슨 가시고 맞추는 뭐가 하는 거는 아마 하지 않음 아마 그거 그거 되는 거봐
이제 이걸
진짜 나는 차이나물에 미리 나처럼 많이 나고 그냥 뭐 그래 그게 텐션에서 나가는 낭이야 좀 얘기해
politically 말고 그제가
politically भी bukan yang
인디안 가동쟁에 나왔었네 차이나랑 뭐 리아구나 만게 마이키가 쉐노는 흥승할 텐슨바 텐슨으로 나오스카바 이뭐 지바 시우시바 텐슨은바 많이 두고와 많이 방불어봐 우리 텐슨 서울에 많이 안그 텐슨 서울 하로데 우리 살벌 텐스 가서도 관심 인디안나 미음디 우리 곳에서도 많이 맞지
itu kira ini opilor maksudnya
우리 이리나 원로 텐슨은 봐
아침에 등하면서 나가봐 캐스트 해봐라고
미음디 우리 곳에서도 웨더인 봐 텐슨 서울 웨더인 모바일 봐 나갔죠
벨루는 그 싱숭에 친구들
League of Legends 같은 거 있잖아. 많이 라이브 게임 시끄러워.
Kalau mode mereka macam film sekarang mode eduki
Sebenarnya kan itu langsung aja. Kita coba. Nah, kan future ku kita nak habis jadi government job kisah na. Namanya future trainers ka mode nampak tanya na. Link alam-alam komik ke apa coba sekarang. India ni nikaya be. Mobile Legends na nikah na ito manjo be. Mobile Legends tu political so agen pai bisong antara effort ni masih per aku nak agen pai na aku cek kita pada kasih aku nak manjo be. Yang one ko replace ka agen tu no.
강자와 남마 갔다 남마 어디 내나 신기하냐
Kalau mode je kura member saya nak konde. Je kura member? Jika sama?
기가 왜 가서 가서 거네
Jadi kiri mas tu panak mana tak dengar pada je lah. Je last cuma biar lah.
말아 애비 손이 정말 바다 가본 가서 거나 기록 하나 먼저 줘라 손이
Apa kita member saja, apa kan? One check tak kan?
Cik 정말
친구들 못 내한 아원 찍으라서 kan.
Udah India lo kadang sama kayak apa main kadang global brand terus kayak buat apa ya?
Turnamen
yang ada bang macam India kadang sama.
나는 토너먼트 토너먼트 커버 안 파져 살을 make learn ka look in race ka orang nong jauh
English kan dulu.
Amsing terang lagi. Hindi ka pagkabin ka, ginawa dyan po.
아니 가야지 뭐 나선 매니저 아니 맛이 좀 아픈데
Di ba saya ada tak kalau kat dia mau India tu dia dah kan tu.
aro 아카데미 적은 디스플레이 너무 하다 말이야 좀 나는 뭐 알파다 나 마야 많이 디 임필 기 갈린 남게 좋아해 파다 기자랑 좀 파다 저거 뭐 내니 뭐 파다 자기로서 파다 해볼 수 있는데 긴 가져 볼 수 있는데
Habis itu buat tak betul oleh kulit tu oleh pada cicir benar. Mana tu berubah.
Boleh asalnya IP pantai taruhlah HP pantai mode fight kan ya.
왜 이번만 이게 당신은 이거 나처럼 긴 가는 전화해봐 미니 시킬 때면 믿고 미니 시킬 때면 긴 가는 전화해봐 네 갑자봐
Tiba opponent yang game kat